as a 1028.
Samsung is basically it's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, because what's creating our
sides of the brain have their heads back 90 degrees. Their top of their head, like for a dog or a cat, is parallel to their back. That's their dorsal side. So up in the brain is typically called, or is often called dorsal for animals, four-legged animals, and pattern recognition area is 2D. And in particular, what's 2D that we had for a long time, that's typed fonts, right? So there's a lot of studies of letter recognition as an example test bed for ideas about pattern recognition. So the early research is mostly 2D stuff. One kind of model says that we have a sort of unified whole kind of image representation of something like I think people still use these. You can buy, for if you're an engineer or an artist or a draftsman, you can buy these pieces of plastic that have cutouts of shapes. If you need to draw a perfect circle or a perfect letter or something, or a perfect square, you can just trace the outline. That's a template, right, for a shape. And the idea is we have a template inside memory for a shape. But how does that work, right? If the template, if you live in a world where there's only one font and only one size of typing that font and presenting it, yeah, that's A, right? You're going to match this A to this font. We can imagine A trying out these letters. Is this an A? Is this an A? Is this an A? And you can see the overlap here is almost 100%, so this would give a high match, right? So you just basically look at how much overlap you have. Less overlap, even less overlap. So you say no and no here, right? So this works pretty good if you are trying to recognize the font you've seen before that you have in memory. So that's kind of a template model can work as an explanation of how humans do pattern recognition. But what about all these other A's? These all differ, you see. No, we can't. This A overlaps pretty good, not so much, even less not so much. So you might say no, no here, just the way you did here and here, but these clearly a human would say those are both A's, you just didn't give it a font. So template has weaknesses. We use templates to this day for simple grocery store scanning of barcodes and for scanning checks. I think we had the joke, you guys didn't laugh, when I made a joke about, do you guys even know what paper checks are anymore? But if you look on your paper check, you'll see there's these little square, they're not exactly bars, they're little squares. They're not as complicated as like a QR code that you guys are maybe familiar with. But the scanner for checks has traditionally been a template model. The bank scanning machine uses a template, uses this kind of pattern recognition. So what do we know about that is it's kind of fragile, right? Years ago, not so much anymore, the scanners at the grocery store have improved, but when I moved here in 2003, Harris Teeter, right? And you would occasionally make errors. I don't think they have any.
I have done 2:28, literally 1 minute बचा हुआ है, 2 मिनट बस catch the train. हाय, चलते घर ऑलमोस्ट 3 बज गया है. 48 मिनट लगेगा ड्राइविंग करके घर पहुंचने में, तो लगभग 3:30 से ज़्यादा हो जाएगा घर पहुंचते पहुंचते. डिपेंड्स ऑन द ट्रैफिक और तो चलिए चलते हैं घर. बहुत ही ज़्यादा टायरिंग हो जाता है कॉलेज आना और जाना. You're here, look here.
Yeah. It's the police. Right there. Just saying.